uses a variety of techniques for taking small biological samples, typically blood or plasma or maybe other biofluids, to generate high quality quantitative data that is reflective of the subject. And by doing so, taking smaller samples is a more ethical approach for both the animal and for clinical subjects, and it enables us to get samples we just wouldn't be able to get in other circumstances. So for myself, my interest in microsampling started, I guess it must be 9 or 10 years ago, when we were trying to figure out how to collect samples in paediatric studies. And obviously, if we're dealing with very small children, conventional methods of collecting blood samples were just not adequate. So we did some research around, and that's where we started to get involved in dry blood spot sampling. As a consultant, I think there is a growing interest in users, pharmaceutical companies, other areas wanting to implement microsampling. They recognise the benefits of the technology. It's obviously a big change for them, and that in itself is making it go slowly, but you do see it growing. There's an increasing number of publications, increasing amount of interest in those publications, and you see a lot of talks at major conferences and a lot of entries into the Bioanalysis Zone and Bioanalysis Journal. So I believe with any new technique, change is difficult, and with something as fundamental as microsampling, that's quite a big change to organisations. So running workshops where you can not only educate people on what the state of the art is and where it might be going, but you can also listen to people's concerns and get feedback and get their ideas of how to move the agenda forwards, I think is a more constructive way of moving to a new reality.